It had been 11 years since my feet first touched the motherland. I visited Ghana in July 2008. It was an amazing time in the world. A month later, Senator Barack Obama would accept the Democratic nomination for president. And people of African descent all over the world were excited. I took time off from my duties at Pt.1 and CNN to speak at a technology conference in Accra, Ghana, and to visit several places during my 10-day journey. 11 years later, numerous black celebrities and influencers were visiting Ghana and other African nations, which Ghana dubbed the Year of Return, marking the 400th commemoration, the beginning of people of African descent in the United States. The goal was to complete the circle and reunite the African diaspora. Now, some called it nothing more than tourism bounty for Ghana and other African nations. But for many people of African descent, represented a spiritual, cultural, and historical journey to link the past with the present.
If it happens, then it resounds, loud as the rolling sea. Sing
How you doing?
a song full of
Good?
the faith that
How you doing?
the dark past has
How's it going? How you doing?
How you doing? You good?
All good?
All good.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm all good.
Good.
Good seeing you, baby. Good seeing you.
All right.
Absolutely. How you doing?
Now, I wanted my trip not to be driven by celebrities and influencers, so I bypassed many of the other trip offers that were available and accepted the one with Desmond and Sheena Mead, grassroots activists in Florida who led the passage of Amendment 4, which restored the voting rights of formerly incarcerated people in that state.
The connection is something I could never have imagined. I'm trying not to get emotional and let my eyelashes fall off on this TV screen because I know all your millions of viewers are watching. But even tonight, it's just been a missing piece of history that is missing from our education system back in the States. Our people just don't know. And I feel like when you know where you come from, you know where you're going. And I definitely have clear direction more on my purpose, what we need to do as a people, as black people, how we help our motherland here. And it just feels good to be home.
Our group united at JFK Airport in New York City on December 19th for our 10-day trip to Ghana. Our excitement was undeniable.
All right, so we're on the plane here. About to take off. We're all seated. Desmond back there. Seated back there. So we getting ready for this journey to Accra. 10 days. We'll be there. It's going to be running gun big time. And so really looking forward to it.
Our Ghanaian trip was organized in conjunction with the God Box Foundation.
We sat down at the year steering committee on the board, trying to hold the significance to of what the 400 years meant.
From the moment we cleared customs, our trip was off to a fast start. Instead of landing and immediately going to the hotel, the God Box Foundation arranged for our group to begin our year of return at night. So we traveled from Accra to Cape Coast, where the Cape Coast Slave Castle, I call it a dungeon, is located. That's where we started.
That I've been we are one for so. No, why one cabo, Go through I can't walk.
One young couple.
I want to be. I don't want to come home.
We'll be alone.
We'll be on from that. I want to walk. I will send
What the banana so happy?
We channel and it wasn't one and one inside, but can't in soon or yen and abo sompo. No one channel there will be fear. To be fear. The number some Mohana quite be rear and sana. Ya by hen if ye cassette or ye hen castle. Yabum, Nejumedio Hubiano is that true.
So we have to, now that we've done that, we're going to go down and you have to touch the water. That's our ancestors. The ancestors are here, like I told you. You go, you touch them, you let them know that you're here so that they can give us the blessing before we go inside the doors. So if you can.
Another one, it's okay.
I want to go.
You want to talk? Come down.
That's been me. The brother who led him in Florida, as him about to walk down into the water as well. And so that's why several of them keep asking me to take my shoes off. I realize that I'm live with the show. So what's happening is there's literally that door. You can't see it here. This is the castle here. This is the castle here.
Thank you.
Okay. Where are you?
Oh shit.
Live right now.
I ain't nothing in me.
This actually is never done. This is done with the God Box Foundation and the God Box Tours because we want to have a spiritual experience with the people. It's not just a regular tour.
It was definitely a wow factor. As I walked out, I didn't know what I was going to do, or what to expect of it. But as my feet touched the water, I just felt to open up my whole spirit, just open up my whole spirit and receive whatever God wanted me to receive through my ancestors, and just letting them know that they didn't die in vain. That that the fight goes on, the journey goes on. And we're going to carry that journey, especially as represented as black women in America. And just seeing this whole experience that the system is still, when I look at this, when I stand here and just imagine and see prisons in the yard in the United States, in the prison walls. That's what I felt. That's what I seen, and I'm just like, It's just a lot of stuff I'm communicating right now in the spirit that it's just I probably won't even understand it all until I leave. But I know God sent us here. I know we're here for a purpose. I know the ones that came as a group is something that God is calling us to do, it's very emotional to me because you read about it in history. You talk about, you see it on our side, of the United States, but to actually come here and see where this story of slavery started, and connecting the dots, it's just a wow factor for me right now.
He said it's time to go.
I'll get the car and leave as well.
Thank you.
It's all right. We'll be back.
Got you.
Yeah, my knees work.
That's what we do.
Hold on 1 second.
That's what we do out here.
I got you. I appreciate it. So we going.
This is a different experience. It's going to be dark inside. This is deliberate. We turned off the lights inside. You might not see too much, but you're gonna feel everything.
These are the various wreaths that people have left to the various ancestors' grave. They line the walls here. Many people, when they come here, they actually leave mementos, because literally we're in a room that, I mean, you know, they packed so many folks into this this dungeon here.
As we got out the van, I felt like the cry as different ones were being approached in this direction, and it just, with inside myself, I just felt like the tears just wanted to just scream and just say, no, help, help. And as we began to tour, and I seen the difference of how our generation, how they went through certain things, and then, you know, we were able to just experience, as she said, experience some of the experience that they have experienced, even though we wasn't there in flesh, but our spirit is still grieving from the time that they have came through and went through whatever they went through for us.
I'll be in power for my sisters, and they might have been behind the walls, but we will come from behind the walls and be stronger and really speak up for our race. And one of the brothers kept saying, "I'm sorry, Mom." I said, "No, you know, I'm sorry for y'all, because y'all experienced the first part, and we got the impact of it, of our grandmother and grandfathers over there being beaten and can't vote and getting bombed in their house for trying to stand up and be in power, you know." So, you know, I just hope that we'll be able to bring some of our young men here to see this, you know, and before they can stop some of the killing each other and what have you, you know, abusing their bodies and what have you.
So, Gilbert, this is one of the, this is where women were in here?
We're in a female dungeon, slave dungeon right now. This is where all the women were taken from, pregnant women, mothers, women that were pregnant and gave birth in here. Some of them died here. Some of them never made it out. Some of them did, right next to the door of return.
That's the window.
That's the window. That's the one thing that they had to breathe through. Initially, if we come tomorrow, we could see there's a certain level at the bottom where some of the feces, you know, because they had to do everything in here. I mean, you can imagine the kind of experience they were going through. Some of them never made it out. And when they did, sometimes they were buried right here in this castle, because you had families that were waiting outside looking for their family members, hoping to see them. So they made sure that they never made it out of here. A lot of the times they won't tell you, but we're actually walking on a graveyard. Some of our ancestors were buried right here. I think a couple years ago, Smithsonian came in. They dug up some stuff. They saw boxes of bones all throughout. In fact, there's a mass grave where the people were standing. That's over there.
I mean, I was here in 2008. I mean, it's totally different. Being here at nighttime.
Yes.
I mean, you hear the water. I mean, it's gorgeous skies, breeze, but mean, it's just pitch
The
black.
terror and that happened here.
I mean, I couldn't imagine families standing out there and not having any idea
What's gonna happen?
what happened to their family members. I mean, this is the atrocity that folks don't want to deal with. And I'll have some whites who will say, oh, you know, Africans sold people into slavery. But I remind people that the Africa that took part, those slaves remained in Africa.
Yes.
As opposed to
those that were
being taken
exactly
to Brazil, to North
And that's
America, and completely cutting off, forgetting your religion, forgetting your dialect,
Destroyed
forgetting
all
your customs, all of that.
Yeah.
And so across the board it's bad.
It's bad.
But there's what the Portuguese and the Americans did doesn't
On
even
another
really
level.
compare
Yeah.
to anybody else. That's why when I was here last time, because there's a church on here, and I wouldn't go. I said that's not real Christianity.
Yeah. And you can't make this up.
No,
You
it
can't make
happened.
this up.
Well, I mean, I remind people all the time.
Yeah.
The Holocaust took place in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't take place in America.
Exactly.
Slavery was in America, and we still feel it today.
Yes.
I mean, it 400 years later, it still impacts everything in American society. Well, I call it, I say it all the time on my show, the need for a reprogramming of our people. Because when you also think about, look, I'm in media, and so when you think about what we've been told to hate ourselves. Look, people, you bring them to Africa, you bring people like, oh my God, they start freaking out, having no idea.
No idea.
Of the people, of the culture, of the flavor, of all those things. They have no idea. That's why you got to be able to come back and then connect. You can't call this a castle.
Yes.
No, this is a graveyard. This is a dungeon.
Yes. We've been trying to get this name changed for a long time. Hopefully, with you, we can make
It's
that
not a
happen.
castle.
We can make that happen.
That ain't the image I have of a castle.
Exactly, and it's disrespectful to our ancestors. So somehow, some sort of glorification.
Yeah. It softens it.
Exactly.
We're visiting the slave castle.
Yeah.
No. We're visiting dungeon, graveyard. But I'm glad to be back.
Yes.